Hello, fellow readers. This is Ashley.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is
Series Sisters.
All right, so what the fuck is up?
Oh, whoa, that was aggressive.
Sorry.
How the fuck are you?
Tell me.
What's up? What's up with you? I'm good. You know what I did today?
What'd you do?
I took my old 11-year-old to Hobby Lobby, and cause she's making her Halloween costume.
Yes, she showed me the mask.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
but we had to get some stuff. But every time I would go to the Halloween decoration section, she would pull me away and tell me I don't have any money.
Shame on you for even looking.
You don't have any money for this, Mom.
Yeah, it's called window shopping,
I
dear.
know. But I was going to ask you, do you think it's too early to decorate for Halloween? Because I don't either.
No. You should be able to. If we get to decorate, what is it, just a month? No. Christmas shit is like already out.
Yeah.
If you're wanting me to decorate for Christmas, then September is not too early to decorate for Halloween.
Okay. Because as soon as September hits, I'm like,
labor.
It's time.
Yeah. It feels fall-y.
Yeah.
You watch Gilmore Girls.
Well, I don't see. Listen, I have something to admit. I only watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls.
We watched it together. You laughed.
I watched
We watched it as a family.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
I was not part of that family.
Maybe you weren't. It was in the trailer. You might have been gone by then. No, Gilmore Girls was off the air by the time I was.
But you would watch it after school.
Yes.
I remember watching it because you were watching
at 4
it.
o'clock every day.
But I was also like probably on AIM on the computer.
Ooh, shit, yeah, chatting. Because the computer was in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in those days. Anyways, what I was wanting to say was that I really would like to watch Gilmore Girls, like all of it.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Well, I don't have that kind of time.
You could listen to it in your headphones while you're driving and such.
We'll discuss this later. But what was I? Why did you even bring up Gilmore Girls?
Because it's fall.
Oh.
And in the fall, we watch Gilmore Girls.
Those are the rules.
Those are fucking rules. Josh went birding. Josh is my husband.
He went birding?
Yeah. So my daughter loves birds. She wants to be an ornithologist. She's got this whole fucking plan. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they go to different places and look at birds. So they did this on Thursday, and there was a bit of a traumatic experience.
Why?
There was a very intoxicated man on the trail with a giant stick and a giant beer. My husband and kid walked past him, and he said, "Hey, is that your daughter?" And my husband said, "Yeah, that's my daughter." And then he asked her, he said, "Is that your dad?" And she said, "Yeah," but she didn't really like say it loud enough for him to hear. So he kept yelling it after them. "Is that your dad? Is that your dad?" And then, so they were like, "Yeah, we should leave." So they like made it, they were like in the parking lot, and like Josh was like, "Damn it, I'm going to have to fight this guy." And I don't have any weapons. And the guy like started coming at him. He's like, "I don't think that's your daughter." And he's like, "This is my daughter." And he said, "Prove it or show me," or something like that. And Josh was like, "How?" And then the guy like threw up his arms and walked off. And that's my story.
So this guy was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably coming from a place.
Yes.
that he was trying to make sure
I do.
Somebody didn't
genuinely do appreciate the fact that he was suspicious on behalf of my daughter.
Yes. But if
she had, just to set the scene, they both have their phones out recording bird sounds. They have binoculars and she has a camera around her neck.
It doesn't seem like some kid that's been snatched up.
No, there was no distress until the man started hollering.
Yeah.
I think what makes me the most mad is two things. It makes me mad about the world that we live in, that you have to be suspicious of people. And it makes me mad that so few dads go out with their tween daughters, just the two of them, that it looks suspicious.
Yep.
And that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
So do better, dads. Okay? Do better.
Just everybody. Humanity, please. Get it together.
Get your shit together. Oh, but a funny thing they did find on the walk.
Uh-huh.
Let me find the picture. It's of like a, it's not a report card, but kind of like a behavioral check.
Okay.
Like this is the shit your kid did wrong today.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of tallies in the time slots of not following directions. Did that shit all day. Verbal aggression. Elopement. Does that mean trying to run away?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Some others I can't see. And then in the notes, it says that he said shit 5 times, fucking 3 times. He was trying to stab peers, I think with scissors. He called the staff a fat fucking bitch. There's 7 tallies next to that one.
7.
So, he did that 7 times. Walked out at lunchtime for no reason, throwing things at peers, and he said he was going to kick a peer in his nuts. Needless to say, I don't think mom or dad got this report since it's in the wet grass at a park.
I think you're right. And
I wish I could tell you the name on it because it's fucking ridiculous.
it's funny and it's not funny.
Yeah. You know,
reminds me of
the fact that the kid is behaving that way.
right.
It does not speak well of the parents.
Most of the time, it could be a parenting issue.
Yeah.
You know, or the kid's got some mental health
Right.
issues, or both.
Mm-hmm.
So I just imagine when I used to work in the preschool at Family Service and Guidance Center many years ago. But I worked with like 3 and 4 year olds, and there was one little, I think he was 4 maybe, who just cussed at me like a grown sailor. And it was funny, but not funny, because obviously he's hearing that from somewhere.
Yeah.
But
it's really cute when a 4-year-old says, fat fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times? 7?
7.
That's too many times.
7 tallies. Yeah.
In one day.
Yeah. My kid was laughing pretty hard about the fact that there was 7 tallies.
Oh, man. All right.
On that note,
you
ready? You got anything else to add today to our morning announcements?
No.
Okay.
Time for Pledge of Allegiance?
Ugh.
No. Just kidding.
I can do
Sorry,
it in sign
guys.
language.
Oh.
But you can't see that. So
that would be fun.
I don't even know if it's right, but like when I was at grade school, there was a little girl who was deaf, and they taught the Pledge of Allegiance to all of us so we could do it in sign language.
That's cool.
Yeah. I remember it. Don't know if it's accurate. So the end. Yeah. What you be thinking about this book, Jess?
All right. I'm ready to hear more because there's so much going on and I want it to make sense.
Okay. Some of it might make sense in this one, but it might not.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to have questions.
Do you want to recap?
Yeah.
From what I remember?
What you remember.
Do a little quickie.
I don't want to fucking recap, but you can go ahead.
I'll do a quickie here.
Okay. Not in front of me.
Let's see. We left Victor. He had issues with Erica.
Yes.
Erica slurping soup.
Yeah.
He was at the hospital. He got a phone call from one of his creations that is out there murdering people.
Yes.
He murdered Balby, the security guard. He took his hearts. That security guard, when he was at the morgue, Victor told his people to go get him from the morgue so no one would know. But the medical examiner saw that he had a fat ass spleen.
Yeah, he did.
And extra
spleen.
organs that weren't supposed to be there, which he did tell Carson and Michael about that. They went to dead guy's apartment. It's all black. Razor blades in the bathroom. And Carson went back alone and found that he had been sitting in his recliner, like just angry. Yeah. And then Duke is in the shadows in the apartment. And he makes himself known. Very dramatic. Let me see. Randall 6. He has plans to kill Arnie to get his happiness.
Yeah, his is pretty slow moving.
Yeah. And then Roy, he's got the eyes he needed, right?
Yeah.
And then Erica, something's scurrying around in the bedroom, but she hasn't been able to find it.
Yes.
Okay.
Bravo. Okay. So, starting with Kirsten. Duke has just said, I bow to no one, remember? And so Carson grabs her pistol and says, I wasn't asking. Okay. But Deucalion just fucking ignores her. He walks past her and goes to the window and says, every city has its secrets. He says, he says.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Cut some of those out.
How many?
Said all of them.
Okay.
Just fuck it. Okay. He says, every city has its secrets, but none as terrible as this. Your quarry isn't a crazed murderer. Your real enemy is his maker, and mine too. While Duke continues talking about creepy things, he's walking toward Carson, backing her toward the bathroom door. So he's like coming at her.
Kind of aggressive right now?
A little bit, because he doesn't know if he can trust her yet.
Okay, but she's a woman. He doesn't have to be so aggressive.
Yeah, but she's a cop.
All right, and she does have a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like
not that women are weak, but he's obviously able to take down a woman.
He can take down anyone.
Okay, exactly.
He's Deucalion. But he's like, my hands were taken from a stranger, my eyes from an axe murderer, and so on. Suddenly he moves. See, this is funny. He moves so fast. Suddenly he's at the window, and then he's right in her fucking face.
Oh, so like,
yes,
the Cullens.
Yes, I even wrote that in my notes. He says he grabs her pistol out of her hand and it accidentally fires off a shot, and it shatters the window. And while he's showing her his speed, like Mr. Edward,
hey, see how fast I can go?
Yeah, watch me. I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna go over here. He says, I'm not the monster anymore. And then he jumps to another part of the room and he says, I'm your best hope. And then he was gone.
Well, that wasn't helpful.
No, it wasn't.
Did he take her gun?
No, he just dropped it on the floor.
Okay, because that would be
rude. Yeah. No, he just pulled it out of her hand and put it on the floor. Carson freaks out. She goes and looks out in the corridor like, is he out here maybe? Maybe he's here. But it was deserted. So she steps back in, grabs her gun, shuts the door, and gets the fuck out.
Also, he was in the apartment and the tape had not even been broken when she went in.
Correct.
So he got in there somehow. Apparently
maybe
through the window.
He came in after her. It didn't specify.
Oh, okay.
He just materialized out of the black.
Okay.
Because he was all in black and it was like he wasn't there, and then he was. All right. We're going to Randall 6. Ooh, okay. The thick. Randall 6 is undergoing treatment.
Uh-oh.
He's been strapped to the center of a spherical device that resembles those exercise machines that can rotate a person. Okay.
I'm not familiar with these machines. Hold on. Kind of exercise.
You can go on any axis. Like it rotates you. You can't see what I'm doing, guys.
I can imagine this like when you're training for NASA.
Sure. That's what it is.
Okay.
So I don't know why he says exercise machines, like we've seen a commercial for this or something.
Or just, like those things you can pay to ride. Yeah. And it just spins you around and does different things.
Yes.
Okay.
This, however, was not an exercise machine.
Obviously.
A rubber wedge is in his mouth, and it prevents him from biting his tongue if he suffers convulsions. A chin strap did not allow him to open his mouth and accidentally swallow the wedge, and these precautions would also muffle his screams.
Beautiful.
While Randall 6 was unconscious in his forming tank, Victor had established in Randall's brain electrical patterns identical to those found in several autistic people that he had studied.
Okay.
So he imposed autism upon him.
Okay.
Yes. Victor's goal, was to restore normal brain functions through a variety of techniques, and so far he has not been successful. Victor throws the switch that activates the machine, and Randall begins to rotate. 3 revolutions on this axis, 5 on another, 7 on another, and it gradually gains speed. So it starts out slow and then it gets faster and faster.
Okay.
Sometimes Randall bit the rubber wedges so far and so long that his teeth sank into the gum, like all the way to the gum line.
I don't see what the purpose of the spinning is.
It sloshes around his brain juice.
What?
And he measures his different electrical inputs when he goes on the different axes. And it's supposed to, I don't fucking know. Like,
okay. It's just, I don't think Dean knows what he's talking about.
I don't think
when he wrote this part, but okay.
Anyway. So Randall sometimes bites that wedge so far they have to cut it out of his jaws.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
So back to Carson. After she ran out of the building, she drives straight to the police psychiatrist's house, who's also her friend. Her name's Kathleen Burke, or Kathy. It is 3 a.m, and Kathy still answers the door right away. She was up and reading and had just put on some coffee. So she invites Carson in and is like, what's wrong? Girl, dish.
Girl,
what's the 411? Carson is, it's okay. Oh, you weren't apologizing to me. Okay, you're apologizing for me.
Yes, I was.
Carson is hesitant to say what she'd seen. And finally, she asks Kathy if she's ever seen a ghost.
A ghost?
Yeah, a ghost. And Kathy kind of laughs off the question. Clutching the handle of her mug and staring at her white knuckles, Carson says, I'm serious. I mean, any weird shit you can't wrap your head around, ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot. Kathy looks at her like a, quote, psychiatrist. So Carson decides maybe I shouldn't tell her because I don't want her to have to choose between being the police psychiatrist and reporting that I just said all this crazy shit and being my friend. So she keeps it to herself.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just...
You look really sorry.
My...
Genuinely gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
It's just Dean's.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Dean. I can't.
He's got to move the story along somehow.
That's fine. I understand moving a story along. I just don't feel like he understands people.
That's a fair point, which is why he's so good at the creepy part.
Accurately, yeah.
But the interactions between
with
people,
normal people,
yeah, they fall a little bit short.
And he's very like judgy, single-minded. I don't know. It's just go on.
Okay. Anyway, Kathy's upset because she really wanted to be spooked, and
spook me,
spook me, Kathy.
Wow, that was uncalled for.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Whew. That wasn't even the right person. I was supposed to spook me, Carson. Anyway, she wanted to be spooked. Okay. And they settled instead for making a really big breakfast. And
making out.
They kissed. And anyway, they made breakfast and then they ate it.
Okay.
So
why'd she even go over there?
Because she was going to tell her and get her advice, but then she looked at her like a psychiatrist.
Okay, what the hell?
Like... I'm studying you and I'm on the job instead of being your friend.
Whatever. Okay.
I know. Roy, jump into him. After a good after a good murder, Roy, something funny.
Damn, that was a good murder.
Whew, girl, that's a good murder. After one, and I don't mean a group of crows. Anyway, after a good murder, Roy liked to laze in bed a little bit. Nothing was quite as luxurious as lingering in bed, knowing that a new piece of his ideal woman was stored in the freezer. He got out of bed super energized and completed his weight training, and then he took a shower. Morning showers always took a while because he probably. He exfoliated like with a loofah and then with a wash rag and then with all these fucking things. Then after he got out, he lotioned himself from his neck to the bottoms of his feet.
What about his face? He doesn't moisturize
He
his
does
face?
different. He's got a facial routine that he
Okay.
does that's different.
Who's this? Patrick Bateman? American?
Oh my God. I forgot that was his name in that.
Yeah.
Ew, kind of. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he does give off those vibes. Okay. Applying his usual series of revitalizing substances to his face. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Including, here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
A cream enriched with liquefied monkey embryos. And Roy,
that must cost a pretty penny.
it must. He's pretty loaded. He's got family money.
Oh, I was like, where did he
He
get
owns
his
the
money?
entire building he lives in.
Okay.
And Roy looks at himself in his reflection with satisfaction. Others delude themselves into thinking they were rolling back the years, but Roy knew his success was real. He worries that he's going to start looking too young if he continues doing the things he does. He doesn't want to be like, like a 12-year-old.
Okay, so he wants to look older.
Yeah, but
or like
younger.
His age.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants, yeah.
I got it.
Okay. Whew, that was hard. Anyway, the final key ingredient to this.
Monkey embryos?
No, it's not this time.
Oh.
The final ingredient had been purified New Zealand lamb's urine, of which he drank 4 ounces a day with a lemon wedge.
Ew. What's that going to do?
That was the final ingredient in helping with the de-aging process.
Did I Google if that's really a thing?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Just say New Zealand purified lamb's urine. Why do I always tell you what to Google?
New Zealand purified lamb. Urine doesn't pop up, but I'm typing it in. Urine.
You'd think it would.
Near me.
Hot single urines in your area.
There's no evidence of commercially available product fitting that exact description.
Okay, well, then he just made that up.
Cheap urine is used as bus fuel. Never mind.
Whoa. But my new bumper sticker says.
What?
Anyway, Roy was abruptly struck by the realization that his life now had no purpose. He'd spent the past 2 years collecting parts for the perfect woman, but now he had finished and he didn't know what to do next.
Is he not going to make it? He just keeps it in the freezer? Okay, go ahead.
He didn't think that far ahead. He realized now, during these years of harvesting, he had unconsciously assumed that when his collection was complete, when the freezer was filled with all the jigsaw pieces of the most perfectly beautiful woman, then a living woman embodying every one of those features would magically come into his life.
Okay.
But what would he do if time passed and she didn't show up? He yearned to share his perfection with a woman who would be his equal. Until that moment, life would be empty and without purpose. His uneasiness grew.
Mine too, man.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen? But now we get to go to Victor. He woke up early and went to a congregational church called Our Lady of Sorrows. Mass was still a half hour away, but Victor wanted to speak with Father Duchesne. Duchesne.
Probably Duchesne.
They ain't Nolan, so...
Duchesne is more Frenchy.
Yeah. His first name's Patrick. Father Duchesne was a gentle, older man with a musical voice. He was the image of an unassailably good priest to whom the faithful would give their hearts. But Victor found it useful to have one of his people manning the confessional, because some of the city's most powerful people confess their sins, and Patrick is one of his people.
Patrick is a creation?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
He's one of the few people, actually, that had been cloned from the DNA of an existing human.
Okay.
Yeah. Victor didn't like cloning people because you can't transfer memories.
Okay.
So eventually the people closest to them will realize that something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But with Patrick, Father Duchesne, he wasn't married, didn't have any kids. His brother had passed away. His parents obviously were dead as well. So he didn't have any intimate family to note the gaps in his memory.
Mm-hmm.
Victor tells Patrick that he needs his help. He says, one of my people is having a serious crisis of the mind. I don't know who he is, and he's afraid to come to me. And then Victor asks Father Duchesne to send word around the city, kind of like the Twilight bark in 101 Dalmatians, to tell everyone.
Just like that.
Exactly.
He just goes outside and starts barking.
He starts, yeah. And then the whole city joins in. Anyway, they're supposed to do the Twilight bark and tell everyone that they're looking for this man. But everyone needs to be very careful because he'd already killed some people. And Victor would prefer he be alive, but at the very least, he needs the body so he can study it.
Like, what's wrong with this one?
Yeah, what'd I do wrong? And Victor says to Father Duchesne, do you think you're damned, Father? And he says, no, sir. There is no heaven or hell. This is the one true life.
Okay.
He's nuts. We back to Carson. She's still wearing the same clothes as the previous night because, you know, she went to Kathy's and she didn't go home. She goes and picks up Michael, and he notices and tells her that she shouldn't be driving if she was up all night. He asks her what happened, and she tells him that she saw a ghost, and he thinks she spiked her coffee with something. He leans over and sniffs it. Yeah. He tries to come up with logical. She told him everything, like how he came out of fucking nowhere. He took her gun.
Fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Jumping around the room. Michael tries to come up with logical reasons for what she saw / what happened. So he's like, you were really tired. You were in a weird place. Maybe your brain was just trying to make sense of the chaos. And Carson interrupts and says, he took the gun away from me. No one does that. Do you want to try? And he says, no, I want to keep my testicles. Anyway, they get out of the car. They're at the funeral home. And Michael asks why they're there. We all took turns saying why we were there. What is that from?
I don't know.
It's Harry Potter. Hagrid says it. First of all, the ministry took turns talking about why we were there. Okay.
Hold on. Ooh. The funeral home. Whose funeral?
Nobody's funeral. This is the funeral home. So Carson, I was about to get to this part, but Carson took some booklets from Balby's apartment.
Okay, gotcha.
For the funeral home because that he frequented. Yes. So they're like, well, let's go talk to that guy. A dour looking man named Taylor Fulbright answered the door. Carson shows her ID and apologizes. I was showing my ID.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
And apologizes for not calling ahead. But Fulbright brightens at the discovery to know that they're not a bereaved couple looking for counsel. So he reveals his true happy nature and says, come in. I was just cremating a customer.
Okay. Thanks. TMI.
Yeah, ma'am. Jump back to Randall 6. For a long time after the session in the spinning rack, Randall lies on his bed, not sleeping. He does not know the purpose of the treatment, but he's certain that he cannot endure many more of those sessions. In his darkest moments, Randall wonders whether it is really a treatment, as Father repeatedly calls it, or if it might be torture. Regardless,
like torture.
Yeah, I know. Randall 6 knows that he himself will never find happiness at the hands of mercy. Happiness lives a little less than 3 miles away at the O'Connors.
No.
Dad does. In Randall 6's isolation, he hears, he learns.
God.
Sorry, I did weird lip things.
Yeah.
He knows a way out of mercy that will not trigger an alarm. He will leave this night in a little more than 12 hours.
Hold on. He already knows how to get out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, he hasn't quite figured out how he's going to push past his terror, but he knows that he has to.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm just going to fucking do it because I have to do it.
But he knows how to get out of the building?
Yes.
Without setting alarms?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Yep. He's got a plan.
Plans.
All right, back to Carson. Carson and Michael are chatting with Mr. Fulbright. And Fulbright says that he always felt sad for Mr. Allwine, having known so many people who were dying. And then he realized that he knew none of them. And he tells him the only thing that he can remember Bobby saying was, death can be as much a gift as a curse. Michael asks if he confronted him about coming to all these viewings when he doesn't even know anybody. Fulbright says that he's not big on confrontation. And he said Mr. Allwine and his friend were never a problem. More melancholy than weird.
Oh, who's his friend? Girl. Is it like some weird, he took somebody on dates?
God, I wish. No, he just had a friend.
What would you do
if someone,
Took
you know
you
what?
To a viewing for a first, maybe a second
I'm
date.
going to be honest. It's not a deal breaker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me.
Well, no, I don't. Oh, it's not a deal breaker.
It is. It should be.
Why?
Okay, first of all,
I give him a 10 out of 10 for creativity.
I'm going to need a good reason that he brought me there. And even like say he did know the person, it's only our first or second date. You're not taking me to a viewing. I'm not your support yet. This is
It's better
too
if he
much.
doesn't know the person.
If he doesn't know the person, what the fuck are we doing here?
We're watching the human experience. We're living the human experience.
Wow. So, Josh, it's not that hard to impress her.
You just got to give it a try.
Take her to a viewing.
You know. Get me good and intoxicated. No, don't.
That's rude.
I know. That's why I said don't.
Okay.
Don't do that.
That still smells like mom.
I'm not going to. Ooh, no. I won't eat their food.
Who?
If there's funeral food.
Oh, funeral food. Jesus. All right.
Sorry. Okay, so
he was bringing somebody with him.
He was bringing a friend. Yeah.
Okay. Bring your own friend.
Yeah. He had a +1. Carson's phone rings, excuse me. And so she goes and she's taking the call. So while she's on the telephone, Michael asks for the description of the friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Fulbright explains that he's like, oh, I could tell you. It's basically like I took a picture of him. He was ordinary to a fault. Average height, maybe a little heavier than average, middle-aged, brown hair, or maybe blonde. Blue or green eyes. It doesn't sound like he remembers. Maybe hazel. Yeah. So Michael tells him how good of a description that was. Almost as good as the photo.
Oh, wow.
And so Carson puts her phone away. She comes over and she tells Michael that Jack Rogers, the morgue guy, wanted to see them right away. All right, going to Roy. Roy is rapidly losing it. Without a purpose to inspire him, he worries he will begin to grow old mentally. Dude,
it's been like one day. You just killed Candace.
Yeah, well, he's freaking out. He tried to muster up the desire to take a walk, but if he spent the day doing that and failed to encounter his goddess, then uneasiness would deepen. Okay.
What in the world?
So finally, out of desperation, he found himself wondering or hoping that maybe he had erred when he concluded that he'd finished his collection. He might have overlooked some features that, while minor, remained essential. Was it possible that he had collected from too broad a perspective? Perhaps the lips he had harvested were not both as perfect as he remembered. The upper might be perfect, but the lower, not quite.
Oh my gosh.
No, he says aloud, that way lies madness.
Sure it does.
Yeah, he wasn't mad before this.
Mm-hmm.
He supposed it was possible that maybe he'd crossed off an item or two on his list, only to discover after the kill that they weren't as perfect, but then he maybe forgot to say, oh wait, I do need these things.
It's kind of like trying on wedding dresses, and you try on the first one and you love it, but then you try on 10 more, and because you're like, well, maybe I'll love something else better, but then you still go back to that first one. It's
you
just
always
like
do.
that.
It's exactly like that. Seriously, you do always go back to that first one. It's always the best. Done. I remember I didn't want to try anymore on it. Mom made me try on it 2 more, and I was like, nope. I want to go back to the first one.
I don't remember.
Did you block it out? No, yours was your first one, I think, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah.
Anyway. Irrelevant for the story. Anyway, so he thinks maybe he just forgot to rewrite the things he discovered after the kill that weren't as perfect. So either to confirm or eliminate this possibility, he needed to compare the contents of his freezer to the original list.
Okay.
So he gets real excited. He gets a muffin. He gets some apple juice.
He's got a whole setup.
He's like, fuck yeah, let's go through these things. He's got 2 freezers. One of the freezers, freezer 1, contains food items. and his supplements. It's a regular old freezer.
Oh, that's good. They're not mixed together.
The other freezer he playfully refers to as the love locker.
Ew.
That's where he keeps the pieces of people. So he lifts the lid of the love locker.
Okay.
And a cloud of frosted air wafts past him, crisp with the faint scent, vaguely of fish.
Oh.
He saw at once that the freezer contained items that did not belong in his collection.
What?
Roy used plastic wrap and good Tupperware containers for his collection. Now he found 3 containers that were knockoffs, opaque plastic bottoms with ugly green lids. These unacceptable containers were set atop the rest of his collection. They could have only been placed there recently. He puts them on the counter and he opens the lids and he finds what might have been human organs, and he's very confused. He knows about psychology, and he could not help but think about the concept of multiple personalities. Was he both the original killer and the copycat?
That's what I was just thinking.
Did he murder those men while in a fugue?
A fugue?
Is it a good? A fugue state? Fugie?
Why? I don't know what word you're trying to say at all.
You know what? Fuck you guys. Okay.
Spell it.
Fugue. Fugue, right? Okay.
I don't know what word that is.
Yes, you do. Shut your mouth. To the dictionary app. Make me gaslight me into thinking I'm crazy.
Fugees and Funyuns?
I wish it was the Fugees and Funyuns.
I'm trying to gaslight you.
A period during which a person experiences loss of memory often begins a new life, and upon recovery remembers nothing of the amnesiac phase.
Okay.
Ready?
How do you say it?
Yeah,
fugue.
Fugue. Fuck you.
I've never heard that word.
Okay, well, you gaslit me into thinking that I'm
I'm
crazy.
sorry.
Just because you didn't know a vocabulary word.
I did not know that word. Not a real word, guys.
It is. Dictionary said so. Okay. Did he murder those men while in a fugue state? And even now couldn't remember doing it? So instinct draws his attention to the other freezer with all of his foodstuffs in it. And he thinks, might this one hold some surprises too? So he opens the lid and blinks away the initial cloud of frost.
Okay.
And he discovers Candace's eyeless corpse jammed on top of everything else.
Oh, dear God.
And Roy was like, I did not fucking bring this lady home.
I know I didn't do that.
I know for a fact I didn't bring this bitch home. Okay. Now we jump into Carson.
Okay.
Bobby Allwine is gone? Carson asks. Michael asks about the photos and the autopsy report, and he's like, did you file it under Herman Munster like I suggested? And Jack's like, yeah, man. They found them and they took them. Judging by the mess, I think they just tore through all the drawers till they got what they wanted. I could have filed it under Tinkerbell and they still would have found it. Somebody knew what you'd find in Allwine because maybe he's not unique. Maybe there are others like him, Carson responds, thinking about the friend he went to funerals with. Then there's a knock on the door, and Mr. fucking Fry enters.
Ugh.
He assures them he's not there about their case. He's on one of his own.
Okay.
And Carson gets defensive and asks why he and Harker went to Allwine's apartment. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Bad dialogue alert.
Okay.
As Fry's leaving, he tells Carson, O'Connor, you're wound as tight as a golf ball's guts. Get a man. Relieve some tension.
Whoa.
Can't you just do it herself? That would relieve the same amount of tension without
Probably
involving
better.
a D-bag.
I have a lot of issues with that.
First
of
balls,
all,
do they even have guts? Aren't they just like a solid thing?
I'm
like
sure
I know
there's-
baseballs have a whole bunch of
maybe
stuff
it's
in
similar. I've never broken a golf ball open to see what's inside.
there. And you've never lived.
So that was a stupid reference.
Dean.
Oh my God. And then, is it sexual harassment, would we say?
Yeah.
Implying that she needs to get some?
Yeah.
This
P
is
hurtful. Anyway, now we get to go to Erica. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like her.
Yeah. I love her. She's probably my favorite character. Erica spent the night in the library surrounded by books. She wept after reading A Tale of Two Cities. Erica understood the concept of love and found it appealing, but she didn't know if she'd ever feel it. She found hope in the fact that she was capable of tears. If ordinary humans knew what she was, they would consider her a monster. Members of the old race weren't her brothers and sisters, yet she admired much about them and in truth envied some of their gifts. She knew she could never tell Victor any of this. She waited until around noon to leave the library. She wanted to give the housekeepers time to clean it and hopefully figure out what was all scampering around in there and they can get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So once she was back in there, her fear of the unknown spiked again. So she took her time and searched the room, but there wasn't anything. So she was like, cool, sweet. And she jumped in the shower. After she gets out, she opens the door, grabs a towel, steps on the bath mat, and discovers that she has had a visitor. On the mat lay a scalpel, stainless steel, sparkling. Victor surely wouldn't have put this here, nor would any of the staff members. Someone else had been there. Something else. Any ideas what was creeping around?
No, besides like a little surgeon mouse.
Oh, but damn, that's a strong mouse. That scalpel is still a normal. It wasn't a little baby scalpel.
So maybe a rat. In a little medical outfit.
Little medical rat.
Little doctor rat.
All right, back to Roy.
Aren't you gonna tell me?
No.
Oh, man.
You'll learn. Oh no, we're not going to Roy yet. We're going to Carson. But no, I'm not telling you what it was.
Okay.
You'll learn. Not this time. Probably next time. Sorry, I thought it was going to be this time, but it's not. Carson and Michael have finished at the morgue, and they're arguing over who should drive. Michael says she's too sleep deprived and he should drive. And she's like, no, I'm going to drive because it's my car. And
oh my God.
Finally, Carson agrees to go home and get some sleep. And she drops Michael off at his apartment. And he tells her that he's worried about her driving home. As she drives away, she sees him watching her with concern. I'm so ready for your reaction. And knows that she has fallen in love with him.
Hold on. She now
it comes out of nowhere. It comes out of nowhere.
Are we still even on that?
Yeah. I don't. Like, we have so many other storylines. We don't need this. This is completely unnecessary. Anyways, she knows that.
So, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you're the one reading it. Has there been talk about them being in love?
Not up until this point.
So they mention it during the donut scene.
Yes.
And then now.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm. Dean.
Yeah. He was like, oh shit, I was going to have a love thing.
Oh yeah. Let's throw that in there.
Damn.
She loves him.
But she knows that if she does anything about it, they can't be partners anymore. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, for now, she's just going to ignore it. She drives all the way home without crashing. And then she falls asleep, fully clothed, before her pillows even finished compressing under her head. She was gone.
Okay. Just say she fell asleep fast. Do we have to do all that?
Yes. It sets the scene.
Okay.
Shut your mouth. How lame.
I was criticizing him, not you.
Okay. Good. Okay, now we're going to Roy.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth time Roy opened the freezer to see if Candace was still there, she was still there.
Yeah.
So he decided to rule out the possibility that he was delusional. The only credible explanation for Candace's surprise appearance was that someone had brought her here from the levee and stowed her in his food freezer. The same person had put the 3 plastic containers with the organs in the love locker, which meant somebody knew Roy had killed Candace. Worse, someone had watched him kill her.
So it's kind of like the ice truck killer on Dexter.
Whoa, yeah.
Is that what he was called?
So Ice pick
killer?
One of the two.
Okay. Yeah, because he kept leaving him gifts.
The little painted fingers.
Yeah.
Weren't they little Barbies?
On the Barbies.
My favorite thing. Roy's work had inspired an imitator. And the imitator, by these actions, had said, hi there, can we be friends?
Hey.
Why don't we combine our collections?
Gross.
And although Roy was pretty flattered, I mean, come on, he didn't like the development.
Mm-hmm.
Dude loved organs, and organs were not Roy's cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
So Roy decides the intruder would have only had 2 opportunities to bring her into the loft. 1, while he was asleep, and 2, when Roy had been enjoying his pre-dawn shower.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Because he turns on the fan and it's loud, and then the water, he practiced to see how loud it was.
I also have a statement.
Yes, ma'am.
Candace was a larger person.
Correct.
But somebody carried her to, upstairs.
Yeah, it mentions that too, that it was like, clearly he didn't carry her. She was heavier.
Yeah.
And he doesn't own a wheelbarrow, he said. So, and that would have caused like people to question things.
There's other tools, but okay.
It's that or carrier, nothing else.
Wheelbarrow? What are those dollies?
Yeah, stand her up. We could at Bernie's her.
Okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, the visitor's precise timing suggested that he knew a great deal about Roy's routine. And at last, Roy was alarmed.
Doesn't feel so good, does it, Roy?
Don't.
Stalked.
Being stalked. With the L for loser, because only losers are stalkers.
Faux show. Okay.
They hate us. Okay, here we go. Carson wakes from her sleep, showers, and goes to find Arnie. For once, he's not working on his castle. Instead, he sits staring at the penny balanced on his right thumbnail. Arnie flips the penny into the air.
Don't.
With quicker reflexes than he usually exhibited, the boy snatches the coin from the air, held it tightly in his fist. Half a minute passes while Arnie stares at his clenched fist. Then he opens it and frowns with disappointment when he sees the penny gleaming on his palm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he did the Duke trick.
He's trying to do the Duke trick.
How does he know about the Duke trick?
He's going to tell you.
Okay.
Carson notices a stack of pennies on the drawbridge to the castle. She doesn't have one on her house. And she asks him where he got the penny, but he just continues doing the coin thing. After the third time she asks, he takes a card out of his shirt pocket and hands it to Carson. It was a pass to a place called the Lux Theater, and she was very confused, wondering where he could have gotten it. Remember, that's the name of the...
Yeah.
And then Arnie says, every city has its secrets, but none as terrible as this. And Carson's blood
It's like
chills
he's being haunted by Duke.
as he remembers the tattooed man standing in the window of Bobby Allwine's apartment. Slime beneath me.
Would you just... Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, Fern Gully.
Yeah.
Okay. So either Duke's been visiting Arnie or Duke is inside of Arnie.
Ew. He's just been visiting. Nobody was in anybody.
No one's in
This
anyone.
isn't Ghost.
Whoopee.
Whoopee. Shh.
Don't tell me to shush.
Don't make me scream whoopee.
You can't just yell whoopee. Not in the library. Sorry.
Victor. Oh, you're going to hate this so much.
Okay.
200 years. 200 years of life.
Yes.
Can leave a man jaded. If he's a genius like Victor, his intellectual pursuits lead him always on new adventures. In the past decade, Victor had developed a periodic craving for foods so exotic that they must be eaten with discretion.
Like
at certain restaurants in
human?
At certain restaurants in the city,
You didn't
it's
answer.
not human.
Okay.
Where the owners value his, I bet he could though. At certain restaurants where the owners value his business,
Yeah, okay.
Victor arranges special dinners in advance. Currently, he has reserved a private room at Kuan Yin, which is a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, it's a very fancy one though. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
But before he'd finished his first course, his cell phone rings. It was that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that guy.
Okay.
And all he does is say, "Murder doesn't scare me anymore, Father. It makes me more human." And Victor just keeps begging him to come see him and talk to him in person, but the caller won't listen. He says, "If I just cut open enough of them and look inside, sooner or later I'll discover what makes them happier." And just as before, the caller hangs up and Victor tries to star 69 and it does not work.
This isn't a very good advertisement for Star 69.
No, it's really not.
So, was Victor eating by himself?
Yeah. He doesn't enjoy anyone's company but his own. It said that. I didn't. It said it in the book.
Okay.
Luckily, his dinner had not been ruined by this development.
Oh, good.
But
I was worried.
I know. His mood had dimmed just a little bit. Much ceremony accompanied the presentation of the main course, beginning with the chef himself sprinkling rose petals across the white tablecloth.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 2
waiters then appear with a copper pot filled with boiling oil, a steam of saffron rice. No, a steam? Is that like what a group of rice is called a steam?
Just make that up?
I don't know where the fuck the word Steve came from. Okay. A bowl of saffron rice was placed at the head of his plate.
Why did you say Steve?
No idea. Absolutely no idea. Anyway, we got it. Come on, get in the scene. Big. It's big. No, it's not really. Okay, anyway. So we have a copper pot filled with boiling oil and a bowl of saffron rice placed at the head of his plate.
Mm-hmm.
Then the chef places the entree to the left of Victor's plate. Victor removed the lid from the silver server. The rare delicacy did not appear on the menu. Restaurant licensing officials would not have approved of this offering. No health risk was involved, but some things are too exotic for even the most tolerant of people. In the dish, nestled in the cabbage, squirmed a double litter of live baby rats. So recently born that they were still pink, hairless, and blind.
What the?
Victor dined.
Ew. I have so much to say.
Isn't it
and
gross?
Nothing to say. That is disgusting and very upsetting for these mice. That's just gross.
Yeah.
Do you think that's real?
I don't know. I mean, they boil other stuff, fry other stuff up.
I mean, yeah, but these aren't even cooked.
Well, that's why he has the oil. He puts them in.
Oh, come on.
And then the rice, because you got to have saffron.
Somebody needs to take that hot oil and throw it on Victor.
His ball sack.
Well, yeah. And on his ball sack.
Always.
Goodness. Okay, go. Is that it?
For him, for now, yeah. I think that's it. I don't know.
God,
Randall 6. Randall 6 will leave Mercy before this night is over. He's terrified, but he's ready. The maps of New Orleans have unnerved him as much as they have prepared him. But if he's to avoid the spinning rack and survive, he can wait no longer. It would cause too many problems if he tries to gather food from the pantry before he leaves. So he will set out with nothing more than the clothes he wears, a fresh book of crossword puzzles, and a pen. At the threshold between his room and the hallway, paralysis seizes him. He cannot proceed. He wants desperately to open the book of puzzles and put his pen to the empty boxes, but he knows that if he starts to do that, he's not just going to do one puzzle. He's going to fucking finish the book, and then by the time he does that, his opportunity will have passed. He needs to cross the threshold and enter the hallway. And then suddenly, the words threshold and hallway appear in his mind as hand-inked black letters in rows of white boxes. 2 entries in a crossword sharing the letter H. He steps out of the room.
So he imagines that?
Yep.
Okay.
Once in the hallway, he realizes that the blocks of the vinyl tile flooring remind him of the crossword boxes. So he uses his name and he spells himself along the tile floor. He sees that he's made it to the dormitory floor. And this is where the most recently awakened members are housed until they're ready to infiltrate the city. Randall 6 spells his name often enough to reach an intersection of corridors. Using the final letter, he spells a crossing word, left, which allows him to turn in that direction. And then from the letter T of left, he goes to the left 4 blocks, spelling right backwards.
Okay.
As he goes. With the letter R now as the beginning, he can use that and spell his name forward, and he ends up in a new hallway. And now he has a choice of either elevators or a stairwell. And that's where he's waiting now. Going back to Carson. When Carson tries the door at the Lux, it swings inward. The man working behind the counter is the giant she'd met in Allwine's apartment. Who are you? What is your name? She asks. Deucalion introduces himself, and she asks him what he was doing in her house. And he responds, from what I've seen of how you live, I think I can trust you. And she basically tells him to stay out of her life. I don't want your life. That's from Varsity Blues, ladies and gentlemen.
James Vanderbeek.
Yep, he knows how to do it. Duke tells her that he meant no harm to Arnie or to her, and her enemy was Helios. He's a real-life Frankenstein.
Helios?
That's Victor's last name.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you say Victor?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's just what he says, okay? Carson's a little disappointed. She wanted Deucalion to be something special, but now, because he said Frankenstein, she thinks he's just a fucking nut job. And Duke's trying to make her understand, but she keeps being a smartass. And finally, she's like, where's the nuts and bolts on your neck? Blah, blah, blah. And finally, he's like, just like, look at me, man. Take a good drink it in. He says, I suspect that stranger things than I now roam this city, and he's begun to lose control of them. Duke shows her a Victor clipping, along with a penciled portrait from 200 years ago, and says, I thought my maker was long dead, but from the beginning, he's been after his own immortality of one kind or another. And Carson's like, you really expect me to believe it's been 200 years?
Mm-hmm.
And Duke asks the question, what has he been doing all this time? What has he been making? Carson remembers Bobby Allwine's cadaver, naked and dissected on the autopsy table, and Jack Rogers' insistence that its freakish innards were the consequence not of mutation, but of design. She watches Duke do the coin thing for a while and nobody speaks. And she keeps watching it, like trying to figure out where he puts it, how it disappears. And finally he says, am I still not in your life, or do you want to hear more? And that's where we're going to end.
Do they fall in love?
Not so far. Not so far. She does respect him. She talks about like he's got good vibes.
A quiet dignity.
Yeah, he's very thoughtful for being such like a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very dramatic.
Yeah. He thinks about stuff.
He thinks about stuff.
He loves thinking and hoping. And
oh my God. Okay.
Praying, planning, and dreaming.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I just did a hand cut off. Like
yeah,
a music teacher.
That's
okay. Where we left Roy.
Yeah.
Was he happy or not?
He's not happy.
Okay.
He's finally alarmed. Like,
oh yeah, okay.
Someone watched me kill this bitch.
Then brought her
put
to
it in
my
my freezer.
Okay.
He knows my moves, and I'm freaked out.
Okay.
Freaked out.
I'm really freaked out right now.
Oh my God.
I'm a little freaked out. Not really.
And Victor ate some baby rats.
That's what we feed the snake.
Yeah.
They've been frozen.
Yeah, they're not live.
I'm going to look into this and see if that's really a thing.
Okay.
That people do. I've heard, like, don't people, like, eat squid and stuff that's still squirming?
Ew, I think. Gross ones. Gross people.
Oh, not gross squids?
No.
Give me the gross one.
I want the gross one.
Okay. All right, we've got 2 more.
Yep.
After this one?
Yeah, because this is 4. Yep, 2 more.
Okay.
The things are starting to come together, guys. We're starting to intertwine some storylines, and I think the next one is going to be good.
You don't know.
I do know. Kind of. I don't know where I leave off, but still. Okay. They're good ones. I will say that.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for listening. Are we done? Are we fucking done?
Yes. I just wanted to say we want to hear from you.
Yes, please.
So leave us comments.
I think we just posted one that was any book series you want us to do. Please let us know.
Yes.
So we don't have to keep Googling. What?
Nothing. Just want to make you happy.
We do. I love you.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
See you around. Bye. Love you.